All right. So I had a few people ask me about the last question on the previous quiz, so I'm going to go ahead and make this video, and then will share it out to those that asked about it. So it's a 23-foot ladder leaning against a building, and the base of the ladder, it says, is 12 feet from the building. What is the closest approximation of the angle the ladder makes with the ground, rounding to the nearest hundredths place? And then it copied over a little bit weird. It also was mentioned that we're going to give our final answer 4 degrees. Okay, so to work through this problem, what I would first probably do is draw a picture of kind of what's going on. So it says we've got this ladder leaning against a building. So something that looks maybe kind of like this. And then we've got the building making a right angle with the ground here. It says it's a 23-foot ladder, so we know our distance here for the ladder is 23 feet. And then it says that it's going to be 12 feet from the building, that the base of the ladder is 12 feet. So the base of our ladder being right here is going to be 12 feet away from our building. And so then it says, what is the closest approximation of the angle the ladder makes with the ground? So the angle that the ladder makes with the ground would have to be this angle right here. So what we're interested in is finding what this angle would be. Based on that angle that we're given, notice that 12 feet would have been our adjacent side, that 23 feet would have been our hypotenuse. And so adjacent and hypotenuse, those are related together with cosine. So we're going to say cosine of our angle, and we'll just call it theta, is equal to our adjacent, which is 12, divided by our hypotenuse, which is 23. So then to solve for our angle theta, we want to get rid of this cosine. And so what we did was we would use the inverse of cosine. So cosine to the -1 of the cosine of theta is going to be equal to the inverse cosine of 12 over 23. So then from there, what's going to end up happening, you remember the idea of inverses are going to cancel out. So we're going to get that our angle theta is equal to our inverse cosine of 12 over 23. And then it said that we did want a decimal approximation rounded to the nearest hundredths place. So let's go ahead and type that into our calculator over here. To get inverse cosine on a graphing calculator, just hit a second, and then cosine, if you're using the Desmos calculator, it's under the functions option, which I showed you in the notes video. So if you want to see how to do that, just go back to that video. And we want to do that of 12 over 23. Now, before I go ahead and press enter, it's going to be important to make sure I'm in the right mode. And so for mode, notice that I actually wasn't in the right mode. I was in radian mode. Need to change that to degree mode real quick first. And then I can go ahead and press enter. And that's going to tell me that the angle that is made between the ladder and the ground to the nearest hundredths place is going to be approximately 58.55 degrees. All right, that was it for that one. If there's anything else I can help you with, just let me know.